I am now entering the town at the Curse of Captain Ender, and we are going to go approximately from entering here on the map over to Scully's store and speak to a character, Alan, just outside Scully's store, and then go back diagonally across town to the church where Daniel is located. But in this video, the main focus is going to be the crypt underneath the floor of the church towards the back of the church. Now we'll go to see Alan at Scully's store. Hello, I'm Alan. Can you head to the church to visit Daniel? He's looking for some help. There's a reward for you, of course. Get to the church and speak with Daniel. And you can see the church steeple. Notice that along the way there are blocks with arrows on them. This is a magenta glazed terracotta magenta block. I do have another player on a different device that I'm going to use to help out, though I don't like the distraction of these blue animations flying around. It is so dark that visually some lighting is called for, so I am using night vision. Here is Daniel's office. We'll peek in here, and Daniel will eventually set the player off on a different errand. Next, I am going to the crypt. But so far, I have not found particular mention of this crypt or catacomb area beneath the church, but there are crypts here for various characters: Leon, Costello, Igor, Titus, Abel, and here is a very interesting one, King Daniel and Catherine. I have positioned the other player to be just hovering or very nearby the tripwire, which activated through redstone mechanisms, sticky pistons that opened the floor. And in survival mode, if you weren't very careful, you would walk across the tripwire and fall down into this shaft with lava at the bottom, and very quickly the floor above you closes. So there are numerous sticky pistons and command blocks in this section here that enable this trap to open up and then close back up to a shaft of no return, from which you cannot ordinarily escape. Okay, let's look closely. You can see the signs on these other graves, but you can also see that these are sticky pistons, as are these. Sticky pistons here are for decoration. Let's explore a little bit what else is under the surface here and what is causing these little end snowflake type of things, little pink ender flakes flying around. There is a set of 3 ender chests, and they are all empty. King Daniel does not come back to life by solving any puzzles or activities in this game. Perhaps I have just not found a way to make that happen yet. Notice Catherine does not have the pink flurries. The question now is, do these sticky pistons actually function? They probably don't, because if they functioned, I think the signs would fall off. So I think these sticky pistons may be just for decoration, but that is another aspect I want to explore to find out. I have replaced the wooden blocks, the spruce planks, with glass so that the sticky pistons are visible and the action can be seen. I'm going to come down below. Okay, this is King Daniel's grave or crypt. Here is the map for the crypt area. The crypt begins towards the back of the church, but really runs underneath most of the church. And we can see redstone torches and redstone repeaters. So these sticky pistons are closed. They do something, but I'm not sure what. This is confusing. Just one set of sticky pistons, one after the other, that goes up to this casket. Okay, let's look at this tripwire. This tripwire is on the other side of the block, and on this side is the redstone torch. So I am going to have the other player walk forward, and that set off the redstone down there, and pulled back the blocks attached to the sticky pistons on that particular side. So right now the sticky piston is retracted. I'm going to have the player walk away and the sticky pistons are extended. The same process happens on the other side, and I have also discovered there is another lava pit trap, but I have not found any tripwire or anything else that activates this. I have not tried emptying this chest. This chest does have some nice things. Iron sword, chain, chest plate, frost walking, chain boots, coins, bread, cooked chicken bone, and baked potato. See if I break the comparable blocks on this side. Oh, I broke the tripwire. me pick that up. And it looks like I broke the tripwire and the redstone torch. I need stone. Tripwire. And the redstone torch. I have the other player. Okay, so that worked. Have the other player walk back. Oops. Get the other player out of the hole. The other player is now trapped. Let's see if I can get the other player out. Very tricky here. I don't want to fall in. And now I am getting the other player out. And it's taking some time because I can't see a thing without night vision and the other player. Okay, so I have gotten the other player out. It's so darn hard to get a nice perspective. And there we are. So I have repaired the tripwire that I broke, and that is now functioning properly. I'm going to get out of this first-person perspective, or third-person perspective, and am I trapped again? I am trapped again. Thank you, Dragonflame, for getting me out. Are these supposed to open or not? Am I missing something, or is this just there and did not get completely developed? And ordinarily a player would not see it because there would be planks here instead of glass panes. There are 3 there and only 2 here. Why? Okay, this is a 2x2 trap, and this is a 3x2 trap. We are looking from the back of the church toward the front of the church. I am now looking at redstone and redstone torches on the other side of the chest. The chest faces this way, and it is on the other side of these 2 stone blocks. The redstone torches are on the wood plank blocks beneath the chest. I am now going to have the other player on a different device open the chest. Nothing happened. I am going to have the other player take everything out of the chest. No redstone response. Nothing happened. Looking back at the tripwire setup with the torches and redstone, that's a separate circuit in itself, whereas this other set of redstone repeaters redstone, that's all the circuit that extends to the chest and to these sticky pistons, redstone repeaters, and redstone on this side. I have not found any action yet, but I think something is supposed to happen in relationship to the chest. I hope somebody will do a playthrough to solve this mystery, because I have spent just about as much time as is tolerable to figure it out, and I have not figured it out. But I think there are some YouTubers and more expert game players that probably could figure this out. I don't see any other tripwire in here. There may be something else that I broke, which is entirely possible in the process of all the deconstruction that I have done so far. Before I close this video, I'm coming back to the front of the church. Notice there is a beacon in the front, and to this lady. I am going to use the command give at P, which means player, barrier, and now that I have a barrier or invisible block in the inventory, you can see that is indeed what the invisible blocks that kind of show up somewhat as an outline. You can see that that is indeed what they are. And now that I have removed the barrier from my hand, when I get closer to the church lady, you can see the blocks do show up. I'll put with the barrier in my hand and with the barrier removed from my hand. Let's find the right spot. Hello, are you looking for Daniel? He has been in his office for days. He's been trying to lift the curse. His office is down the stairs. I have replaced some of the blocks on the floor so that you can see there is also redstone that controls this lady's dialogue, senses that the player is standing within a radius to begin the dialogue. So we'll go down and have a quick look at the beam setup. I have peeled away various aspects. On the map, okay, you can see the white locator on this map. So we are at an altitude or level of about 69. So this church has about 3 levels and then another level with the chest way up in the top of a steeple. And here is where the connection is to get to the redstone that we looked at previously under the crypt. So that is another level farther down. Okay, so we have the set of command blocks. Notice that the command blocks here do not look like the command blocks in regular Minecraft. So at first I thought these blocks were simply gray concrete, but if you're trying to deconstruct and make this work, you do have to be very careful and recognize that these blocks are command blocks. We're going to look at the sequence of command blocks. The one over to the far right, test for a player within a 2-block radius. That's what has to happen first. Then the next one, the dialogue begins and continues around this whole circuit through to the end of the dialogue, and the conversation stops. Come around this way somewhat. You can see the other player through the glass blocks that I replaced in the floor. You are seeing the dialogue pop up on my screen because if I get within 2 blocks, there. Let's see if we can catch the flash when I get close to it. And there goes the circuit. I'm within 2 blocks, and the conversation has run out. I'll try to do it one more time with a more distant view, and I'll have the other player walk into range. You don't see the conversation. The other player on the other device sees and hears the conversation, but you do see the activation of the redstone. And I just had the other player back away from that 2-block range. And that's all for this video. Bye.